what happens when things change. So now you know why, what can kind of cause these things to change. But now what? What happens? You got married and she or he is not the person you thought they were.
Oh,
you're seeing their truths. You're seeing their truths.
Because for me, like I said, we were together for 6 years before we even got married. So you think you know a person, right?
Exactly.
You
would think. You
would think. Okay, so for like that whole first 6 years, I always made more money than he did. But I never treated him like he was less than. He was still the man of the house. He still made, all of the decisions or whatever. I handled, the majority of the bills. He would, chip in wherever he could chip in. Then he ended up losing like his whack job. And then instead of getting another whack job, I supported us while he went to school to be an electrician. Because of course, after you complete that, you're going to get a way better job, right? So supported, our household while he went to school. He finished, graduated the program, has a great job now. But boy, when we got married, and then maybe a year or two after we got married, he started getting, the good jobs. And I don't know what happened, but like a switch went off, and it seemed like all of a sudden I did not know who that man was. Like when we were broke and we were struggling, we were making it. I kept our heads above water, but when we were broke, we were happy as hell. Couldn't get no happier when we were broke. Now, fast forward to when he got, the great job, making great money, making more than he's ever made in his entire life, probably making double my salary. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, like, I didn't know who he was. Like, it was like all of a sudden I was living with a stranger. And I didn't understand, because if anything, financing and struggling with your finances, that's a reason to break up. But for some reason, it was the opposite for us. We were struggling, but damn it, we were happy as hell as far as love went. But when money wasn't an issue and paying the bills wasn't an issue, we didn't get along at all of a sudden. So I didn't understand that part, because usually it's the opposite. When it's hard and you're struggling, it creates stress. That was one of the main reasons why divorces happen, finances, right? Mm-hmm. But with us, it was the opposite. Like, why, when we were struggling, we were happy as fuck. We pulled off getting married. I practically paid for the whole, wedding by myself. But when we were, struggling, I didn't understand. We were happy then, but when we're not having to worry about money, all of a sudden we weren't happy at all. So
I think because the fact that sometimes we give a little too much of ourselves to people, and he was just like, oh, I ain't even got to work, and I can go to school and do what I need to do. She's going to take care of everything. Oh, we happy. Yeah, we happy. All right. And then he really got out there, and then maybe somebody was starting to sniff around him a little bit when he started making that little bit of money. Sometimes the more you make, the more you look better to people. People started throwing themselves, or, I just feel like he was getting in the big head somewhere. He started feeling himself just a little much. And it's like, you know what? You're basic. I'm going to go on over here and do what I need to do, because, I'm making money. I'm hanging with the people with money. And, some people get that new attitude is what I'm trying to say. Just get that little, I'm beyond you at this point. We struggle, but I ain't about that life anymore. I want to live this lavish life and leave you behind, type of deal. That's how I feel. That's
a good point. But yeah, that was mind-boggling to me. Like, really? If we're stressing about money, shouldn't we be unhappy? Shouldn't we be arguing and shit? But no, that wasn't the case. We did not get along until money wasn't an issue, which was crazy to me.
Oh, somebody said this right here. Sorry to say you was the anchor till he got on his feet. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes we help him. I mean, but not saying you're not supposed to do that, though. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to help your husband. You're
what
supposed
am I supposed to do?
But some people take that as a leverage, like they're not really seeing the bigger picture here. It's like, oh, she's gonna help me make sure I get taken care of and do what I need to do because you couldn't do it by yourself. You see? Mm-hmm. So you got with somebody really, really willing. Like, we're gonna struggle, but I'm gonna make sure we eat and take care of things. So it's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, you do that. Let me go ahead and get me better and then leave you.
Yeah.
Type of deal. So
I say that it wasn't really that because I'm the one that wanted the divorce.
Okay.
I mean, once it ended, I was the one that was like, I can't do this anymore. Let him tell it. We were fine and he was happy, but that's not at all what I felt. Like, I didn't even know you at 14. So I guess I'll never know, but I'm fine now that it's been 2.5 years later. I learned a lot. Definitely learned a lot. And I think next time around, it'll be a totally different story.
See? Yeah. And then you live and learn, you know, but like I said, what you're not supposed to, like, it's like, how do you go about a marriage? You're supposed to support your mate. You're supposed to encourage them. And, so it's like, it's a thin line with that one. Cause it's like, some people could just take that as an advantage. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna use you.
Brian.
But you're supposed to be equally yoked. You're not supposed to be the background until his foreground get together. It don't work like that.
That's a good point.
Speaking some truth. We got these phone lines. Ain't no look. Y'all gonna call us one day. Not even Mad Mike. Where you at, Mad Mike?
We can always count on the call from Mad Mike.
But yeah, so that's what happens. It's just like, as well as another change. Like, of course, somebody said in the comments, they banging like jackrabbits. Then it turned into the soup kitchen line. Well, Brian. When before y'all got together, it was just boom, 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 all the time.
Every other day.
But now, you pokers, like, you know what?
Towards the end, I swear it was like we probably had sex once a month. And me, I'm a very sexual person. Like, once a month? Are you fucking kidding me? And it is not because I'm not initiating, because sometimes men are like, well, she never initiates, and I'm tired of always initiating. That wasn't the case with me. I would initiate, and I would get turned down. And I was like, the fuck? What? You, what? So, I that didn't compute for me. Like, once a month, that ain't gonna work.
Somebody's singing "If You Don't Know."
If you don't know me by now, you wouldn't.
Sometimes you don't really know that person though. Like, if I don't know you when we first started, and then I'm getting to know you, it happens that way.
Know a person? When do you ever know a person? Really, I would like to know that.
It's because
is it 1 year? Is it 2 years? Is it 3, 4, 5? Like, when do you ever feel like you really truly know a person?
That's a good question, Nikki. Like, what is the timeline to really, really, like, people that are actually married and successfully married at it? How long it took you to really, really know this person? Like, from top to bottom.
I don't think you ever truly know a person. You know why? Because certain circumstances and experience can change a person. And with marriage, you have to make a conscious effort to love that person no matter what. I don't care if they change. Guess what you have to do? You have to relearn who they are now, and you have to make a choice to love who they are now. I think we have a caller.
Oh, do we?
Hello? Okay, maybe not. But yeah, I think I read an article one time, and it was right after I got divorced, and it was mind blowing to me. I was like, wow, that shit is true. Like, you can't expect a person to stay the same. You married a person at the time that you married them, but you can't expect that person to just stay that same way. maybe they'll gain weight, maybe they'll lose weight.
Yeah, there are some changes that you can't control. You're right.
Maybe they'll get some sort of self-confidence about themselves, and now they're a new person. Maybe they'll accomplish something, and now they're changed. And guess what you have to do? You have to make a conscious effort to relearn that person and love who they are now. You can't be like, well, you're not the same. I don't love you anymore. That's not what marriage is about. You have to make a conscious effort to love, even if they change. So I think that's a misconception. Like, you shouldn't expect somebody to stay the same in order for you to love them. That's conditional love. That's not unconditional love.
And that's what I'm dealing with now. Like, at first I was kind of like holding back on what I wanted to do. And now that I'm found something I really enjoy doing, and I'm, being successful at it. Oh, well, you don't have a lot of time, and I'm you entertaining all these people, and you don't even watch you don't even watch my shows, you don't even share it.
See, that support thing, that's huge for me. Like, if you can't support my dreams and my goals and what I want to do, like, why are you here? Like, that's a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing. He was with me when I wanted to start this whole thing. Let's go get books, and let's, I'm excited about it. But then it's like, okay, now I'm doing it. It changed. It was like, where's the support and the eagerness about it? At first, she was excited about it. Let's go to the library or bookstore and get some things, and let's work on your craft. Now it's like, do you even look at it? Are you even watching this? No.
See, hey, Derek, why and how should someone else's unhappiness with money be important to one another?
Trying to understand that. Someone else's with money be important to one another. Unhappiness with money. I'm trying to understand that one.
Yeah, I need a little bit more of elaboration.
Maybe someone's, I don't know. I don't know. You got to explain that a little bit better.
Do you two believe in the saying that suggests who you choose to marry should be your best friend? I do. Like, you should be my go-to person when I'm happy, when I'm sad, when I'm angry. Like, you should be my person that I can go to about anything. So yes, I do believe in the saying. I do believe my husband should be my best friend.
Yeah. Because, like with mine, it's like when we do get together and just spend some time and hang, like, it's like, we're homeboys, and, we kick back, and it's not like a whole.
Okay, we do have a caller this time.
Okay.
Hey, caller, can you hear me? Hello?
I see them.
I hear you. Quit all that heavy breathing. What you got to say? Maybe they don't want to talk.
Okay, they hung up. All right. So maybe they had some issues.
I see somebody there.
I can see it too on my thing. So now I know when.
Oh, okay.
So I can see when it's coming. There they go again. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. You having some issues.
You having some technical difficulties. Okay, Brian said you can relearn a person and get to know them, but if they go from Snow White to Cruella de Vil damn near overnight, ... Yeah. Overnight, that's...
I think whoever that is, I see who it is, but...
What's going on? Because I can hear them. Why can't they?
They're having issues. That's why they keep hanging up, calling back. So they're having some issues. Because we can hear them, but I don't know what's going on.
Lamont, I am not about to play with you tonight. We need to normalize cheating. I'm not about to play with you.
No, sir. No.
Michael Cale, it's the chase that makes things fun and not see the bad shit.
Yeah. You know what? You said something right there. Because when you trying to get with somebody, all that's fun. Y'all having sex all the time. It's exciting. It's new. But see, with marriage, people don't realize, okay, now your body's kind of slowing down. Now, you got a lot more on your plate going on. You kind of got things change.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be able to be willing, like she said earlier, you got to be able to handle it. You got to like adjust to changes, like normal changes now. Normal changes. You got to be able to willing to learn and adjust to that. Because you're not going to be a size 2 all your life. So is that that's what you should be thinking about when your body changes and things like that happens. Is that subject for divorce? Is that right?
Right. Okay, Emerson, there's a saying that goes, men marry women with the hope they will never change. Women marry men with the hope they will change. Oh, invariably, they are both disappointed. I think it rings true. Emerson, oh my God.
That's the comment right there.
You hit the nail on the fucking head with that one.
Because we gonna just change. He gonna change when we get married. We got
caller.
Yeah, there you go.
Hello.
We have two callers, it looks like. Okay. How you doing?
That's why I'm muted. Okay, hello. Can you hear me? So I don't know. I've never had more than one caller at a time, and it looks like there's two, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know. But
well, let's keep going.
I'm not muted right now, and I can't hear them.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I don't even know who to go.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Hey, what's going on, ladies?
Hey.
What's going on, ladies? How y'all doing?
We're great. How are you?
I am lovely. I see where y'all saying with it. I think what the issue with the marriages nowadays is, I think more so we live kind of in this society where they are not really promoting marriages like they used to. It's all about this freedom and polygamy and all that good stuff that goes on.
Someone on another number got a bad line. It's because every time I look, it's whoever on the other line is messing up.
It's just cheaper to keep them.
Cheaper to keep her.
Cheaper to keep her, huh?
It's cheaper to keep them. Like I said, people are just afraid to commit nowadays. It's about finding the next shiny toy out here now.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I can say from personal experience, like I said, I can't be listen. Hey, goddamn it, hold on.
What is going on today?
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's just cheaper to keep them. I'm just gonna keep it at that.
You're gonna keep it at that, cheaper to keep her. Okay. Well,
appreciate you.
Thank you for calling.
All right.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Who is this other person?
Okay, caller, can you hear me?
I most definitely can.
Well, hello.
I'm great. Like Carla said, man, it's cheaper to keep her. All right, I don't think anybody can deny that. But on the serious stuff, I think why most any relationship, not just a marriage, I think it just comes down to one simple fact that most people don't want to look stupid. Most people are afraid of mistakes. Everybody has this idea, and maybe social media has, really put it out there where everything in everyone's life, you know, you do anything wrong at home, you know, your kids fail, they go to jail or whatever. It's all on social media. Maybe that has a lot to do, but I think a lot of people are just afraid of mistakes. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody, everything has become, you know, I have to be perfect. If I'm not perfect, then I'm not the best. And a lot of people just afraid of failure, man. And I think that's the major issue with a lot of people, and it's just afraid of failure, and they don't want to be clowned by their homeboys. They don't want to be clowned by their homegirls. They don't want to be clowned by their family. You know, they don't want to hear certain things. So I think that's a major issue with a lot of like just marriages. And a lot of people just get into just to prove something to either, you know, that person or persons that didn't necessarily agree with it to begin with. So they're in a predicament where it's like, okay, they don't like it. I'm gonna show they ass. I'm gonna make this shit work. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things, but I think mainly it comes down to ego. Sometimes you just gotta learn when shit isn't gonna happen, and it's just not a good idea to just try to stay in any type of relationship, whether it's a marriage or friendship. This shit ain't gonna work. Let's stop trying to force it to work and just take an L. Motherfuckers don't know how to take an L these days. They don't. Motherfuckers don't know how to take an L. I mean, you see a lot of fucking, you see a lot of damn people. I don't know if you've ever seen a lot of videos where motherfuckers he gets slapped, he get punched a billion times, and he just keep getting up and keep coming. Like, bro, stay your ass down. Like Nate Robinson. That motherfucker just hit his ass whoop. But he kept getting up. Stay your ass down.
Throw in the damn towel.
Lay down. Quit. That's what a lot of motherfuckers don't like to do. So that's what it comes down to me. So, you girls, as always, I'll always killing shit. Y'all keep killing it. I love
Appreciate
you guys
you.
to death.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey.
Bye.
Deuces. Finally, we got two calls back to back.
Right. That's never happened though. Two calls at the same time. I feel really good about that. But I wanna touch on Emerson's comment real quick because shit. Like you just read my whole entire marriage basically. Because even though we were together 6 years before we married, I was 35. You know, you think, okay, I waited. I think I know this person. What it all boils down to, I married him for the wrong reason. I married him because I wanted him to change. There were things about him that I was not happy with. And I was hoping, you know, maybe later on down the line, certain habits and certain ways about him would change.
Oh.
He probably married me hoping that I would not change, and that the opposite is what happened. I was bored sitting in the damn house watching you play Xbox all fucking day, and I was bored just working my job all day. I was bored, you know, just being mom. I wanted to do something that was just me and only me, and it took me out of the house. I got to laugh and have fun and talk about sex, and I was paid very well for it. So it became more than just a hobby, because when I started, it was just going to be a hobby for me. I wasn't serious. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just wanted something to do because I was fucking bored out of my fucking mind. And I didn't expect for it to turn into something I genuinely love doing 6 years later. Matter of fact, tomorrow is my 6-year anniversary. I didn't expect for it to turn into something that I love doing and something that I could imagine only doing that. So once I got into my own business and being, you know, self-sufficient and having some self-confidence about myself, because if I'm being totally, completely honest, I didn't have a lot when I first got married. So it changed me. It changed the person that I was.
You became a better person.
I was a completely different woman than the one that he married. And so Emerson's comment really, really hit home for me, because that's exactly what happened in my marriage. I completely changed, and I wanted him to change, but he didn't. I mean, he did, but in a bad way. But man, that really hit home for me, because that's exactly what happened. And I couldn't make the decision to love him for who he already was without him changing. And he obviously couldn't make the decision to love the new Nikki and who I was after, you know, my business and new self-confidence and all of that stuff. So, woo! I wonder, Emerson, if this is the first time you're watching. I'm elated that you're watching. Love you to death. That's an old friend of mine that I've known since fucking high school. So I've known him a long time. But yes, he just read my whole marriage, basically.
You know what? And I'm going to elaborate on that, because honestly, I think I'm currently in a situation where it's just like, I am kind of finding myself. I am trying to, I'm like, I like this a little bit. And I get busy in it. Sometimes I do get extremely busy in it. And sometimes I do have to kind of like, okay, wait a minute.
And this ain't your only show. Like, you handle like fucking 6 or 7 shows, it seems like. So
yeah. Like if I'm in the background. Yeah, I'm very busy, but I'm doing it because I definitely just don't want to be working for no one ever.
That part.
That's my goal. That is my goal. I don't want to work for anybody anymore. I want to work for myself. I want to make this something lucrative I can pass to my children, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm working hard, because at first I was kind of pulling myself back, trying to cater, and you know what? That dream, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm married, like his thing is, you're not a social butterfly, all this kind of stuff. You don't, that's not you. You're not a people person. I can be antisocial, yes, but to an extent.
Me.
To an extent. Like I do kind of like to curl up and, in my house and chill and, but I have two sides though. Something like, I don't want to do that all the time. Our moods.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to do that all the time. I want to entertain. I want to, meet people. I want to talk to people, because I used to tailgate for football games. I met a hell of a lot of people. That's how it started with this Atlanta Falcons Nation thing. I was just meeting random people, and it was just all love. We used to like get together and off games and, party and have a good time. I was enjoying myself. So,
yeah.
So his thing is, you're just putting on for people, and that's not you. He want me to pull all the way back and just, okay. I'm a wife. I'm a wife. And then now, you helped me to start this thing, let's do it. I'm excited about this. You finally got something you want to do. Let's go get books. Let's go study. Let's do this. Even with the football thing, like I want to perfect my craft. I'm like, I want to film study. I want to do, I want to really get deep into my knowledge of football, not just what I know. I really truly want to really, really, really learn it. And he's like, yeah, he's excited about that type of stuff. We could do that. But, it's just, what it really is what I don't like is he doesn't want to grow with me. I'm like, what do you want to do? What are you trying to do? So that's our problem. It's our problem. But I ain't going to talk about me too much longer. I'm going to go ahead and
okay, Virgo Queen says nothing stays the same. The business marriage is going to have its highs and lows. Growth and maturation should be an intricate part of the business marriage plan. Problems occur with stagnant partners. Amos, she brought the Bible into it, y'all. Amos 3:3. Can two walk together except they agree? The two can't be one if one is going left and the other is going right. Growth should be in the same direction at least.
That's what I'm saying. I just said that.
I agree.
I'm growing in a different direction, and it's like, well, you're leaving me behind.
Right.
You don't have a lot of time for me. But I'm like, you could be helping. You could be doing this with me.
You could be a part of it. Like me, my partner, who the person I end up with is going to be involved. I would love for him to be involved in everything that I do. That's Lush exchange. That's pure romance. That's
you don't have to be on camera.
And I want to be involved in what you're doing. If you have a podcast or you have dreams and goals, damn it, I'm going to be right there with you, pushing you towards those goals. Like, that's how it should be. It should be all about growth. And she's right. If one person is stagnant, the shit's not going to work. Brian said, hell, it read my marriage too. I married her too for all the wrong reasons. Shit, you live and you learn, because that's a big lesson that I learned. You can't marry somebody hoping that they're going to change.
Yeah.
You can count on them changing, but it might not necessarily be the way that you want them to change. So you still have to love them for whoever they are after that change. And that's what we obviously couldn't do that. So lesson learned. That's
my dilemma. You don't want to move with me. Like, you can be in the background. You ain't got to be in the forefront. Just,
I mean, right. But I would like you to be involved. I would like you to care about what the fuck I'm doing.
Exactly. So, on that note, Miss Nikki, that's all I had on as far as key points, as far as